Radha Shivasade Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, in chapter 23 now. So, does anyone remember what we read yesterday?
Hare Krishna.
Right.
We read that Bali Maharaj Lord was glorifying Bali Maharaj, and now Bali Maharaj were offered obeisances in his mind, and Lord accepted that. So Bali Maharaj said that, "Oh, you have shown me so much mercy on me that you don't even show to demigods or others." And so he just offered obeisances in his mind, and that was accepted. And because of that, he was released of the Nagpash of Varun, and then he had been taken to Sutala planet, and then Prahlad Maharaj was also because what was needed was his sincerity and seriousness in serving Krishna, and then Lord just sees the heart. He is bhavgrahi, and then we also read about how the Prahlad Maharaj offered the prayers, and he said that uh, this is like a Durga Devi is the head of this material world, and um, Lord was addressed as Durgapal so that he can give protection from all the miseries and the conditions in the Sutala planet. And he was also Bali Maharaj was also not impacted by the three modes, as he was a pure devotee. And um, then there was also this one more point that um, he said that although the demigods who are involved in your devotional service, so they get what is according to their deeds, but then the result what we demons get, it is like your causeless mercy, because you're not partial. And then Prabhupada explains that Krishna is not partial to anyone. He's equal to all the living entities. It is just that he fulfills everyone's desires. As the devotee wants to serve him, so according to his desire, he gives him favors as according to his desire. And then you give a beautiful example of a child and a mother, and the government and the people example was also given. So anyone who can surrender to Lord, whoever does that, Lord fulfill his desires and favors him. So he's not impartial. He's not partial, sorry, he's impartial.
Yeah, thank you. God is impartial, but yet partial to the devotees. He's equal to everyone. But he says, whoever is a friend in me, I'm also a friend in him. So one who wants to get to know him, then Krishna fulfills that desire. Doesn't matter if the person is a demon or coming from any kind of a background. So that's his impartiality. Okay, so let's go on. I think we have to do text 9 today, right?
Yes, 9. We have to
Okay,
start.
text 9. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagwan Uvacha
Vatsa Prarada Bhadram Te
Vatsa Prahlada Bhadram Te
Prayahi Sutalalayam
Prayahi Sutalalayam
Modamana Swapautrena
Modamana Swaputrena
Kyatinam Sukham Avaha.
Jyatinam Sukhamavaha.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear son Prahlad, all good fortune unto you. For the time being, please go to the place known as Sutala and there enjoy happiness with your grandson and your other relatives and friends. So, we were hearing earlier, oh, family life, not good, hellish life. But here the Lord is saying, no, you go enjoy with your family, your relatives, your friends. Bali Maharaj is a great devotee. Yeah. Nityam dashtasi mam tatra,
Nityam
नित्यं
drashtasi mam
दृष्टासि मां
tatra
तत्र
gadapanim avasthitam,
gadapanim avastitam
गदापाणिमवस्थितं
mad darshana mahalada,
maddarshanam
मद्दर्शनं
mahalada
महालाद
dvasta karma nibandhana.
dvasta
त्वष्टकर्मा
karmani bandhanaha.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead assured Prahlad Maharaj, you shall be able to see me there in my usual feature, with conch shell, disc, club, and lotus in my hand. Because of your transcendental bliss, due to always personally seeing me, you will have no further bondage to fruitive activities. Karma bandha, the bondage of fruitive activities, entails the repetition of birth and death. One performs fruitive activities in such a way that he creates another body for his next life. So, how we are acting now, we are creating future bodies for our own self. That's why it is said that man creates his own destiny. uh, As you sow, so shall you reap. We hear all this. Whatever seed we are putting in the ground, that plant we will get. So, how we are using this body right now, and how's our consciousness, based on that, we are going to get a future body. So, as long as one is attached to fruitive activities, he must accept another material body. This repeated acceptance of material bodies is called samsara bandhana. The cycle of birth and death is called samsara, right? Birth and death. So, samsara bandhana. What is samsara bandhana?
bondage in this world means attachment.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Karma bandha is the bondage of fruitive activity. Samsara bandhana, bonded, binded to this birth and death. To stop this, a devotee is advised to see the Supreme Lord constantly. Constantly. The Kanishta Adhikari or neophyte devotee is therefore advised to visit the temple every day and see the form of the Lord regularly. Thus, the neophyte devotee can be freed from the bondage of fruitive activities. So that's why deity worship is important. We are advised to worship the deity, to see the Lord, worship him, offer him some water, some bhoga, some flowers. So in that way, so that we can get attached to serving the Lord. And to that degree, we can get detached from the material activities. Right now, we are so attached to our material activities. So we simply have to change this attachment. Attachment can never be given up. We simply change the attachment from material to spiritual. And that Lord Kapila Dev, he says, that we can do by being attached to the devotee. So association of the devotee is very important. Okay, Shri Shukavacha
Shri Shuka Uvacha
Agyam Bhagavato Rajan
Agyam Bhagavato Rajan
Praharado Balina Saha
Prahlado Balina Saha
Vadam Iti Amala Pragyo
Vradam Iti Amala Pragyo
Murdani Adhaya Kritanjali
Murdhana Adhaya Kritanjali
Parikramyadi Purusham
Parikramya Adi Purusham
Sarva Asura Chamupati.
Sarva Asuram Chamupatihi.
Pranatastad anugyata
Pranatastad anugyata
pravi pravivesha mahabilam.
pravivesha mahabilam.
Srila Sukadeva Goswami said, accompanied by Bali Maharaj, my dear King Parikshit, Prahlad Maharaj, the master of all the chiefs of the demons, took the Supreme Lord's order on his head with folded hands. After saying yes to the Lord, circumambulating him, and offering him respectful obeisances, he entered the lower planetary system known as Sutala. Athaho Shana Samrajan
Atha hoshana samrajan
Hari Narayanantike
Hari
Hari
Narayano
Narayana
Antike
Asinam Ritvijam Madhye
Asinam Mritya Vijam
Asminamrityavijamati
Madhye
Sadasi Brahmavadinam.
Sadasi
Tadasi
Brahmavadinam.
Brahmavadinam.
Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, thereafter addressed Shukracharya, who was sitting nearby in the midst of the assembly with the priest, Brahma, Hota, Udgata, and Advaryu. O Maharaj Parikshit, these priests were all Brahmavadis, followers of the Vedic principles for performing sacrifices. Brahmavadis means they are doing all the sacrificial, the rituals, whatever is mentioned in the Vedas, the sacrifices being performed. Okay, Brahman Santanu Shishyasya
Brahman
Brahman
Shishyasya
Santanusya
Karma Chidram Vitanvataha
Karma
Karma
Chidram
Chidram
Vitanvataha
Vitanvataha
Yattat Karmasu Vaishamyam
Yattat
Yattat
Karma
Karmasu
Suveshmayam
Vaishamyam
Brahma Drishtam Samam Bhavet.
Brahma
Brahmam
Drishtam Samam Bhavet.
Bhavet.
O best of the Brahmanas, Shukracharya, please describe the fault or discrepancy in your disciple Barli Maharaj, who engaged in performing sacrifices. This fault will be nullified when judged in the presence of qualified Brahmanas. So Bali Maharaj spoke, then Prahlad Maharaj spoke, then the Lord told them, okay, now you go to Sutala. So they've gone to Sutala. The Lord told them, I'll protect you. He's told Prahlad Maharaj, you'll always be able to see Narayan form, right? He's saying you'll be always able to see me with the conch shell disc and the forearm form. And then he said, Prahlad Maharaj circumambulated the Lord and they all went to Sutala. Usual feature with conch shell disc club, lotus in my hand. Because of your transcendental bliss, due to always personally seeing me, you will have no further bondage. So, Lord Vamandev is saying to Prahlad Maharaj, you will always see me, all the time. Okay, then now he's telling to Shukracharya, what is Bali's fault? In front of these Brahmanas who know what is the Vedas, how to do the sacrifices. So what is Bali's fault? When Bali Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj had departed for the planet Sutala, Lord Vishnu asked Shukracharya what the fault was in Bali Maharaj, for which Shukracharya had cursed him. It might be argued that since Bali Maharaj had now left the scene, how could his faults be judged? In reply to this, Lord Vishnu informed Shukracharya that there was no need for Bali Maharaj's presence, for his faults and discrepancies could be nullified if judged before the Brahmanas. So somebody may say, why is the Lord asking now after Bali Maharaj has gone? Why not in front of Bali Maharaj? So the answer is that anyway, the Brahmanas are there. Yeah. And so whatever fault Bali Maharaj had, it could be nullified if judged before the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas would be the judge now. As will be seen in the next verse, Bali Maharaj had no faults. Shukracharya had unnecessarily cursed him. Nonetheless, this was better for Bali Maharaj. Being cursed by Shukracharya, Bali Maharaj was deprived of all his possessions, with the result that the Supreme Personality of Godhead favored him for his strong faith in devotional service. So someone may say that, oh, so now the Lord is asking Shukracharya, why did you curse him? There was no fault in him. He was just wanting to fulfill his promise. But this curse of Shukracharya became like a great boon for Bali. How is that? Because he lost everything. And with that, he was able to surrender to the Supreme Lord. He gained the favor of the Lord, that he had so much faith in devotional service. So we can see here that how we can get the favor of the Lord. The Lord favored him for his strong faith in devotional service. Because Bali Maharaj said, okay, no matter what, I want to please Lord Vishnu. He said that is the ultimate, to please Lord Vishnu. Everything anyway is going to go one day from me. My body will also go, my possessions will also go, but I want to please Lord Vishnu. So for this strong faith in devotional service, the Lord favored him. So we may say, okay, I want to get the mercy of the Lord. So we can see how to get the mercy. Engage in devotional service. Of course, a devotee is not required to engage in fruitive activities. As stated in Shastra, Sarva Arahanam Achyuteja Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 31, Text 14. By worshipping Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one satisfies everyone. By worshipping Achyuta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one satisfies everyone. So we are trying to satisfy everyone separately, satisfy our family, satisfy our friends, satisfy our society, nation, or satisfy our own mind and senses. But actually, by worshipping Krishna, you will be able to satisfy everyone. Does anyone remember what's the analogy given in this regard? How by worshipping Krishna one satisfies everyone? What's the analogy?
The root, if you just water the root of the tree, then
Wow,
all the parts of the tree are satisfied. So
that's
if you
true.
just pray to Krishna and you satisfy him, then everything is satisfied, all relationships, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see that. We try so hard, we struggle to satisfy someone or but actually real satisfaction if we can satisfy Lord Krishna. So why did Lord Krishna favor Bali Maharaj?
Because he wanted to satisfy him.
Yeah, that's right. So he got the favor of the Lord. Because Bali Maharaj had satisfied the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there were no discrepancies in his performance of sacrifices. Shri Shukra Vacha
Shri Shukra Uvacha
Kutastat Karma Vaishamyam
Kutastya Karma Vaishamyam
Yasya Karmeshvaro Bhavan
Yasya Karmeshvaro Bhavan
Yagyesho Yagya Purusha
Yagyesho Yagya Purushaha
Sarva Bhavena Pujitaha.
Sarva Bhavena Pujitaha.
Shukracharya said, my Lord, you are the enjoyer and lawgiver in all performances of sacrifice, and you are the Yagya Purusha. the person to whom all sacrifices are offered. If one has fully satisfied you, where is the chance of discrepancies or faults in his performances of sacrifice? So here Shukracharya is saying the same thing. That one who has fully satisfied you means he has no faults. In Bhagavad Gita 5.29, the Lord says, Bhuktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. The Lord, the Supreme Proprietor, is the actual person to be satisfied by the performance of yagyas. So Bali Maharaj was doing so many yagyas. So what's the purpose of yagyas? To satisfy the Lord. The Vishnu Puran 389 says, Varna Sharma Charavata Purushena Parapuman Vishnur Aradhayate Pantha Nanyatato Shakaranam. All the Vedic ritualistic sacrifices are performed for the purpose of satisfying Lord Vishnu, the Yagya Purusha. Yagya Purusha. So this is coming in the Vishnu Puran. It's saying whatever rituals are done, those rituals are done to please Lord Vishnu. The divisions of society, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmacharya, Grahast, Vanaprasth, and Sannyas, are all meant to satisfy the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So any sacrifice, any ritual done is meant for satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. That Krishna, may you be pleased. Lord Vishnu, may you be pleased by this offering. To act according to this principle of the Varna Sharma institution is called Varna Shamacharana. In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.13, Sutta Goswami says, Ata pumbir dvija shrestha Varna Shrama vibhagashaha Swanutishtasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. O best among the twice born, it is therefore concluded that the highest perfection one can achieve by discharging his prescribed duties according to caste divisions and orders of life is to please the personality of Godhead. So whatever duty one may have, whatever our duties may be, the perfection of that duty is when we perform that duty to please Krishna. Everything is meant to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, since Bali Maharaj had satisfied the Lord, he had no faults, and Shukracharya admitted that cursing him was not good. So our duties, our rituals, our sacrifices, everything is meant to satisfy Lord. And Bali Maharaj did that. So then Shukracharya is saying, yeah, there's no fault in that. Mantratas tantratas chidram
Mantrastantrataschitram
deshakal kalarha vastutaha
Deshakalarhavastutah
sarvam karoti nischidram
Sarvam
Sarvam
karoti
karoti
nishchitram
nishchitram
anusankirtanam tava.
anusankirtanam tava.
Anusankirtantava.
There may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulative principles, and moreover, there may be discrepancies in regard to time, place, person, and paraphernalia. But when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nameva Kevalam. Kalo naste va naste va naste va gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. This verse is coming from the Brahan Naradiya Puran 38.126. So Brahan Naradiya Puran is telling us that in this Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga is we are very quarrelsome. On small trivial matters, we can create big issues. Hypocrisy goes on. We feel, oh, if we are not hypocritical, we may not be able to survive in society. So what is the only deliverance? Chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It is said no other way, because we may say, oh, maybe I can do this. Says no other way. Or maybe I can do that to get perfection. Maybe I can do some rituals to get perfection. No, no other way. Maybe I can take up the path of some speculation. No other way. Maybe I can take the path of mysticism. No. Bharat Puran said, no other way. You only have to chant the holy name in this age of Kali. In this age of Kali, it is extremely difficult to perform Vedic ritualistic ceremonies or sacrifices perfectly. Hardly anyone can chant the Vedic mantras with perfect pronunciation or accumulate the paraphernalia for Vedic performances. Actually, the sacrifices, when the mantras are chanted, those mantras have to have perfect pronunciation. Slight mispronunciation can give us an adverse result of the sacrifice, or it may give no result, or it may be adverse result. You know how we saw that when Vritrasur's father was doing this sacrifice, he wanted to have a son who will be able to kill Indra, right? But somehow the way he chanted the mantra, it became that one who will be the enemy of Indra. So he'll be killed by Indra. So we don't have that expertise in this age of Kali. Hardly there's anyone who's able to perfectly chant the Vedic mantras, and hardly anyone has the necessary items that are needed to perform these sacrifices. They're very intricate. Lot of articles are needed for this kind of sacrifices. Therefore, the sacrifice recommended in this age is Sankirtana, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Yagye Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Hi Sumedasaha. Bhagavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 5, Text 29. Instead of wasting time performing Vedic sacrifices, those who are intelligent, those who possess good brain substance, should take to the chanting of the Lord's holy name and thus perform sacrifice perfectly. So Bhagavatam, Sukadev Goswami is saying that those who are intelligent in this age of Kali will take up this chanting of the holy name. So Prabhupada is saying that one who is intelligent should take up the chanting of the holy name, should chant the holy name. And in this way, in fact, perform the sacrifice perfectly, the sacrifice which is meant for this age of Kali. Sankirtan Yagya, this is what is recommended for us. I have seen that many religious leaders are addicted to performing yagyas and spending hundreds and thousands of rupees for imperfect sacrificial performances. This is a lesson for those who unnecessarily execute such imperfect sacrifices. So Prabhupada is saying that sometimes people spend so much money to do various rituals, but those are being done imperfectly. Rather, we should take the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Yagye Sankirtana Prayar, Yajanti Hi Sumedasaha. Although Shukracharya was a strict Brahmana, addicted to ritualistic activities, he also admitted, Nischidram Anu Sankirtanam Tava. My Lord, constant chanting of the holy name of your Lordship makes everything perfect. So Shukracharya, he was always doing all the rituals, all those sacrifices, ritualistic sacrifices. But he himself is also saying that actually it is the chanting of the holy name that is perfect. In Kali Yuga, the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies cannot be performed as perfectly as before. Therefore, Srila Jiva Goswami has recommended that although one should take care to follow all the principles in every kind of spiritual activity, especially in worship of the deity, there is still a chance of discrepancies, and one should compensate for this by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because no matter how much we try, we may still have some kind of a mistake. And so that's why always deity worship is always accompanied by chanting Hare Krishna. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we therefore give special stress to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra in all activities. The perfection of all activities is when we chant Hare Krishna. So when doing deity worship also, chanting Hare Krishna. Prasad distribution, chant Hare Krishna. Book distribution, chant Hare Krishna. That is kirtan actually. Book distribution is also kirtan. Yeah. Reading, hearing from Bhagavatam is also kirtan, glorifying the Lord. Any questions, comments? Anyone wanted to add anything? So we can see that one may be attached to performing rituals, but here Shukracharya, who is so expert in performing rituals, he himself is saying that when one chants the holy name of the Lord, everything becomes perfect. Yeah. And Bhagavatam is saying that those who are intelligent in this age of Kali will take up the chanting.
So the
The
curse that Shukracharya gave to Bali Maharaj was that he will lose everything, is it?
Yeah, that you lose
That
all
was a
your
curse.
opulence. Yeah, that was the curse. So Bali Maharaj was okay, never mind, as long as I'm pleasing the Lord, whatever it takes to please the Lord.
Means like actually he warned him, na? More than a curse, that you are going
Yeah,
to
he
lose
warned him.
everything.
And
Right?
then Bali Maharaj said, no, I'm still going to do it. And that's when he cursed him. Said, okay, you're
Yeah.
not following my advice. Okay, I'm cursing you now.
So the curse was what?
That you will lose all your opulence. Said, I curse you that you will lose everything you have now. You're not listening. I'm telling you, you're going to lose everything if you give to Vamandev. Okay, so now I will curse you that it is going to happen. You'll lose everything now. That's what was the curse. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Tathapi vadato bhuman
Tatapi vadato bhuman
rishyami anushasanam
karishyami anushasanam
etat shreya param pumsam
etach shreya param pumsam
yat tava agyanupalanam.
yat tava ajnanupalanam.
Lord Vishnu, I must nonetheless act in obedience to your order, because obeying your order is most auspicious and is the first duty of everyone. So here Shukracharya himself is saying that everyone's duty is actually to follow your order. That time when Bali Maharaj wanted to follow Lord Vishnu's order, Shukracharya was saying, no, don't do it. You follow my order. And then he got upset that you didn't follow me. So I'm cursing. But here he's saying, yeah, that I must also follow your order. I must nonetheless, he's saying, I must nonetheless act in obedience to your order. So he's saying, even I should follow. I also have to follow your order because it's most auspicious and it's the first duty. So we have so many duties. So Shukracharya here is saying the first duty is to please the Lord. Shishukovacha
Sri Shuka Uvacha
Dinandya Harir Agyam
Pratinandya Harir Agnam
Ushana Bhagavan Iti
Ushana Bhagavan Iti
Chitram Samadhatta
Yatya Chitram Samadatta
Malir Viprashibhi Saha.
Bale Viprashibi Saha.
Sukadev Goswami continued, in this way, the most powerful Shukracharya accepted the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead with full respect. Along with the best Brahmanas, he began to compensate for the discrepancies in the sacrifices performed by Bali Maharaj. Along with the best Brahmanas, he began to compensate for the discrepancies in the sacrifices performed by Bali Maharaj. There's no purport to it. Prabhupada has not given a purport. So anyway, he's saying, I accepted your order, and whatever discrepancies, if they were there, he was correcting it. Evam baler mahim rajan,
Evam Baler Mahim Rajan
vikshitva vamano hari,
Vikshitva Vamano Hari
dadau bhratre mahendraya,
Datau Pratri Mahendraya
tridivam yat parerhitam.
Tridivam Yat Parerhitam.
O King Parikshit, thus having taken all the land of Bali Maharaj by begging, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vamandev, delivered to his brother Indra all the land taken away by Indra's enemy. So the Lord took it from Bali and now he's giving it to Indra, his brother. Vamandev's brother is Indra. Right? They are sons of Aditi. So let's see. Should we stop? Okay, we'll read one more. These two verses more. Prajapati Patir Brahma
Prajapati Pati Brahma
Devarshi Pitri Bhumipe
Deva Rishi Pitri Bhumipe
Daksha Brighav Angiro Mukhye
Daksha Bridgam Angiro Mukhe
Kumarena Bhavena Cha
Kumarena Bhavena Cha
Kashyap Yasyadite Pritye
Kashyapashyadite Pritye
Sarva Bhuta Bhavaya Cha
Sarvabhuta Bhavaya Cha
Lokanam Lokapalanam
Lokanam Lokapalanam
Akarod Vamanam Patim.
Akarod Vamanam Patim.
Lord Brahma, the master of King Daksha, and all other Prajapatis, accompanied by all the demigods, the great saintly persons, the inhabitants of Pitralok, the Manus, the Munis, and such leaders as Daksha, Brigu, and Angira, as well as Kartikeya and Lord Shiva, accepted Lord Vamandev as the protector of everyone. He did this for the pleasure of Kashyap Muni and his wife Aditi, and for the welfare of all the inhabitants of the universe, including their various leaders. So here Lord Brahma is there, master of King Daksha and other, because all the Prajapatis, they are also doing their service under the order of Lord Brahma. And then all the great demigods are there, the saints are there, the Pitras are there, Manus, sages, leaders. Lord Shiva is also there, and Kartikeya is also there. So all these great personalities of the universe are there. And Lord Brahma is telling to Lord Vamandev, yes, you are our protector. You have protected us. You have saved us all. So, and in this way, Kashyap Muni and Aditi, and everyone else is very happy to glorify Lord Vamandev. Is that okay?
Yes.
So we'll stop here. You can see how the pastime is unfolding. From churning of the ocean, then we came to Vamandev, and now Vamandev took the land. Bali Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj have gone to Sutala. Shukracharya accepts that Bali Maharaj had no fault. Vamandev gave all the land back to Indra. He's reinstated him as the king of heaven. Yeah, Lord Brahma is saying, glorifying the Lord as the protector. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare